Hello everybody, it's TMOG 217. Welcome to a LEGO Ninjago 2023 set review. Take a look at set number 71781, Lloyds Mech Battle EVO. This set contains 223 pieces, released officially on January the 1st of 2023, and contains 2 minifigures, and is based on the Ninjago core line of sets. So here we have Lloyd's Mech in its first stage of whatever. With these EVO line of sets, they want you to evolve the set. So they start out with like a baseline for a build, and this is what this is. It's very much baseline mech build. Now, might as well get this major complaint out of the way. I don't like how it has lack of posability due to the EVO joints. This set, with the whole Ninjago core line and other mech-related sets, too, at this price point and higher, they're starting to use a lot of these mech joints, and it's just very restricting in the posability of the mechs. Yeah, sure, you can get the little whatever, but it's still very restrictive and very much a pain in the butt when you're trying to get even more poses and whatever out of this thing. It's just, I'm not a fan of it whatsoever. So anyway, you do have a brick-built blade sword for the mech. You do have a space for Lloyd to sit in the mech right there. So how that connection point is done is just using 2 studs. So that's okay, I guess. And you do have some printed tiles. But yeah, you do have some loose connection points, which is for when you evolve the mech. So taking the parts that are left over and adding it to the mech. You have the fully evolved or evoed up mech, which looks way better, but still horrible because of the lack of posability. Anyway, you got a little katana, which is more or less used for the minifigure, but it's included in the mech. You got this little jetpack thing, as well as some thrusters on the heels there, which actually kind of restricts the mech even more with its posability. So, yay! Anyway, it's weird. In the instructions, it even tells you to detach this whole blade piece so you can use it as a weapon, I guess. You just hold it in the hands like there, and it's very awkward, and I just recommend keeping it attached to the back like it's supposed to be. Now, I guess the thing as well with these EVO sets is you get a special little banner tile piece that is printed. So I don't know what this one's called. I don't think it even has a name, but yeah, that's currently exclusive just to this set. And it's a neat little collectible, I guess, since every Ninjago set has a weird little collectible thing, but the EVO sets just have banners for whatever reason, so that you can evolve the sets, I guess. Anyway, let's look at the other build in this set, shall we? Alright, this is called the Bone Warrior Mech. At least that's what I'm dubbing it, because there's no official name for this anywhere. So, yeah, same issue. EVO joints on the arms and legs, so very much limited posability with this one. The fortunate thing is you don't have to evolve this set, so that's good, I guess. So this is actually what it looks like. Major complaint as well is, again, a posability thing. It's already bad enough you got these EVO joints limiting how much, posability you guys can do with this. But then they use these clip pieces, which, is fine for this hand, which isn't holding anything. But when you give this guy a double-bladed scythe, it's kind of hard to navigate how he can use this weapon, especially with the fact he just has no wrist posability. At least that's what Lloyd had for his mech, is some wrist posability, so it had a little bit going for it, but this one is just absolutely nothing going for it, especially for such a big weapon. It does use the new bone weapon pack pieces in this build. The only thing that isn't really used is the shurikens, which you do get a handful of, but still, it's cool stuff nonetheless, how they're integrated into the build. It is suggested as well you can take the top of this hat and use it as like a shield on this thing, which just looks really, really goofy. So I just recommend leaving it on here. It just looks way better. But yeah, you can flip this down. You can see the minifigure access. Same technique for how the minifigure is stored in there. So yeah, I don't know. Not much else to say about this mech. Let's have a look at the minifigures, shall we? Let's take a look at the first 2 minifigures. On the left, you have the Bone Warrior. This figure isn't exclusive whatsoever, as it's like the army builder figure for this line of 2023 Ninjago sets. He does have those bone shurikens, part of that weapons pack that I mentioned earlier that was used in the build. Unfortunately, there's no weapon storage for these shurikens, so you kind of have to put them to the side, but it's still cool nonetheless for a design. It uses some horn pieces and just looks like a really cool skeleton ghoul figure. And on the right here, you have Core Golden Lloyd. It's just another Golden Lloyd variant to collect. That's one of the main selling points for me for this set, is another Lloyd to collect. It does use a dual molded mask piece, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty cool. He does have a katana as his weapon. This facial expression is the same as the Ninjago movie, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Anyway, not much else to say about these two minifigures. Let's have a look at what else is in this set. Taking a look at the instructions, these are very small instructions, like uncomfortably small for my liking. I kind of wish it would have been 2 instructions, because then that would have encouraged people to, you know, build this with a friend. But anyway, I digress. You have a QR code if you want to build a set digitally. Advertisements for, you know, they're switching over to paper packaging eventually, and then as well as the digital instructions. But yeah, just 2 bags. You do have like a little illustration for the mechs, I guess, for some of the pages, but no progress bar, unfortunately, which they could have easily done for Golden Lloyd. Anyway, flipping all the way to the back, you have an unfinished illustration right here of just showing off the jetpack, and then it just kind of shows one more page, I guess, my bad. And then it just shows the mechs fighting. Advertisements for other Ninjago core sets from 2023. And then a parts listing that starts right there, as well as more advertisements. So that goes on for like a total of 3 pages. Then a win at the back. In terms of extra parts, this is all that I got in my copy of the set. Overall, for 25 Canadian dollars, I don't think this is the best kind of mech you can get out there. Sure, you're getting 2 minifigures, but again, the only selling points for me is maybe the banner, definitely the Lloyd minifigure, and then the new bone weapon pack piece, which, to be fair, is included in practically any Ninjago Core 2023 set, so there's probably better options for you to get your hands on the weapons pack. But yeah, no, if you're getting it for Lloyd, probably just bricklink them, and the same thing go for the banner as well. Like, this is not the best set out there. For $25, like, you expect at least something in terms of, like, fighting with these things, because this is aimed for kids, and, you know, it's going to be a little hard to do some fighting poses when one mech has wrist joints and the other doesn't, and it's just lack of posability, etc. Not a huge fan of this, so I wouldn't recommend picking this up unless it's, like, super dirt cheap for you to pick up. So, yeah, those are more or less my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, all that fun stuff. Anyway, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you all in a future video. Till then, see you later. Bye.